Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 24, your favorite new sports show out, Highly Opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh, the best co-host in the game. What's up, Tim?
What's up with you?
Everything good with you, my brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. No complaints.
Big game this week for you, bro. Big game, huh?
Yeah. We're going to
Did,
see how I end up. But yeah, I'm
did you
excited for the game.
did you make it down to New Orleans to check the field, make sure everything was good like you told the people?
I sent one of my representatives down there, so he checked the field. The field was good as of yesterday. So we're going to do another check on Thursday. Then our final check will be Saturday, and then the game Sunday.
Sunday night, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait for this game. I will say before I introduce Ross, it was a few moves in the NBA. They definitely trying to upstage this week from the NFL. They definitely trying to take it from them. Ross, Mr. Everything, the best producer, the best content creator, the best everything. What's up, Ross? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you feeling, Josh?
I'm good, man. How's everything with you, huh?
I'm good. I can't complain. I mean, you kind of took it off top. I was about to just say how it's just a big week with the Super Bowl coming up, and today I couldn't get away from all this NBA stuff. So definitely excited to hear y'all talk about it. I do have one question for Tim. If the your Eagles pull off the win, do you already have an outfit prepared?
No, not yet. I'm in the works. I'm thinking of something in the works. It's gonna be something nice. It's in the works. It's coming together in my head as we speak.
I bet.
You confident?
Hopefully we get to see it.
We should, man. We should. We should.
You confident your boys can get it done?
I'm like, so first time we played them, I was like 60-40. I thought we would win. This time I'm like 70-30.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm more confident in this team.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
I'm sure y'all gonna get into all that.
Definitely.
Absolutely, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching last week's show. Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's show. We aim to get better each and every week. Episode 24 want to be better than episode 23, 23 better than 22. You guys get the message. So we want to thank you guys for all the love and the support. Ross, let them know where they can find us at on our socials.
Of course, you can follow us on Instagram at Highly Opinionated __ and follow us on X at Highly O_SS. And before I get to the YouTube, on the Instagram, we've started with some new clips on Instagram. And I mean, people have been commenting, been reacting to them. So I just want everybody to keep that up because, again, we're going to comment back. We like to see all that. And follow us. I mean, of course, you're on YouTube on Highly Opinionated. So go ahead and subscribe. Like, people have been commenting. And again, we started posting YouTube shorts. So make sure y'all tune into our YouTube shorts. And yeah, just keep it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we telling y'all, man, Highly Opinionated is just keep getting better and better, man. Like I said, we aiming to get better and better in each and every way. So we will continuously do that and continuously entertain you guys with our thoughts and comments on sports. And again, we welcome people commenting. We comment back. And again, we love to have you on the show. If you feel like you can hang and hold a sports conversation, you're more than welcome. No matter what gender, no matter what race. We take you on. We take any challenge. Go ahead, Tim.
One more thing, man. Go comment on that poll, man. Y'all don't know. I talked to J Rock, so I'm gonna give y'all a quick little story. J Rock recently subscribed to the show, right? So he recently subscribed to the show. So last week, of course, we did the show with Ivan. Ivan said, so J Rock, first thing he texted me was 7.8. So the words from what J Rock told me was, he said, hey, man, everybody go vote, comment, man. He said, look, he respect Ivan as a player. He could play, you know what I'm saying, as well. But he said, hey, man, y'all got to put some respect on his name, man. 7.8 is too low for my boy. And you know what I'm saying? He said, hey, man, run them numbers up on that poll. Give your breakdowns. Give everything for us. I want to hear it because I'm going to put a breakdown on there myself and let y'all know personally what I think. So, hey, man, we like the poll. We had some fun with it, but hey, my man ain't like that 7.8, man. He wasn't feeling that 7.8.
Wasn't feeling that 7.8. J Rock, I know you're gonna watch this week's show, bro. You got a seat here whenever you want it. We don't care about what you're gonna say. You got a seat here whenever you want it, bro. You know that. So you do better, and you can come here anytime, and you can improve that 7.8 to a 10.0, however you want it to be, bro. So the chair is always welcome for you, and you got it whenever you're ready, man. Like my brother Tim said, make sure y'all go vote on that poll. Tim, mastermind. I salute you, my brother. You found me. So again, make sure y'all go vote on that poll on our Instagram page. Who's better? Who had a better tape between J-Rock and Ivan? As far as episode 24, bro, you ready to get it popping? You ready to get it going?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So we start this show off with who do we think will win Super Bowl 59? Super Bowl 59 comes to you Sunday, 6:30 Eastern on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi's on the call. The Chiefs come in as a two-time defending Super Bowl champion. They're looking to win their third straight Super Bowl. The first team to ever win 3 Super Bowls in a row. The Philadelphia Eagles are back in the Super Bowl. This will be their second time in the last 3 years. They lost 2 years ago to the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a little hiatus last year. San Francisco went. And now the Philadelphia Eagles are back. The point spread for this game, the Chiefs are favored by 1.5. The over-under is at 48.5. These are 2 of the 3 best teams record-wise in the NFL. The Chiefs were 15-2. The Lions were 15-2. And the Philadelphia Eagles were 14-3. So, without further ado, without giving any more speculation or having the people think who we like, who we don't like, as always, my brother, I start off with you. Who will be the Super Bowl 59 winner? The Philadelphia Eagles, or should I say your Philadelphia Eagles, or the Kansas City Chiefs?
So I'm gonna give you the complete breakdown, man. So for me, I feel like both teams, we both know Kansas City been there before, Eagles been there before. So I don't think it's people gonna get lost in the moment. Like I know the Eagles a little younger on defensive side of the ball, so but I actually think that'll benefit this time rather than last time. Like the front line is young, the quarterback secondary is young. So normally when you're young, what they say, you're young and dumb. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you just playing like you don't understand the moment. And sometimes that's a good thing, right? Because you're just playing. You're not thinking. Just play. Don't change nothing that we've been doing defensively. Don't change nothing. Unless they dictate something different. But like, don't change anything. Play like you've been playing. And I think the defense is younger, especially up front. Like I think that hurt us. We didn't really get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. He didn't play a bad game and he didn't play a good game. He did what he did that game. He ran enough times to win the game. Like in crucial downs, he run the ball. So just be mindful of that. I mean, of course, you got to guard Kelsey. I think our linebacker and slot corner should be able to guard Kelsey. And outside, I don't see how they score a lot of points. Like I just like watching this Kansas City formula. Like I don't think they're that good offensively. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see. Like, how do they generate enough offense to beat the Eagles? And then offensively, I mean, let's just stick to the script. I mean, they you know what I'm saying? Run until they make you throw. You know what I'm saying? Run until they make they throw. And then once they make you throw, you can make the throws. You've been hurt. You've been here before. You actually played better than Patrick Mahomes last time y'all played in the Super Bowl. This is a regular game for y'all, bro. Just keep the main thing is all I'm going to say. We keep the main thing, no turnovers. We haven't had a turnover the whole playoffs. So hopefully in the Super Bowl they don't come out. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I think we will lose the game if we turn the ball over. But other than that, man, just keep the main thing, and the Eagles should be hoisting the Lombardi at the end of the game.
So just to put it out here, just so people can hear you say it, the winner of the game will be the
Philadelphia Eagles. They should, and it should be double digits. I think they win by 10.
Double digits. Okay.
They win by 10.
Win by 10. Okay.
Woo.
And that would be something. I ain't gonna lie, I tossed and turned about this all week. Literally since the matchup was set, because I thought Buffalo would beat Kansas City. I thought Philly would beat Washington. That happened. They beat them. They blew them out, beat them by 32 points, if I'm not mistaken, in the NFC Championship game. Philly beat Washington by 32. It was 55 to 23. 55 to 23, right? So beat them by 32 points, And I thought Buffalo would beat Kansas City. So I've tossed and turned with this pick throughout the whole since the conference championship game ended. I definitely if you pick the Eagles, your points are definitely valid. Like the Eagles are the better team. from top to bottom. To me, a better offensive weaponry. They have better skill players, in my opinion, especially at wide receiver. I would take A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jaheed Dotson. I would take them over what the Chiefs have at wide receiver. I know they have names at wide receiver, such as DeAndre Hopkins and Juju Smith-Schuster, and etc. But I think the Eagles' wide receivers are better than the Chiefs' wide receivers. So, breaking this game down for me, I think this game gonna come down to the line of scrimmage, and I think these are the two best line of scrimmage teams in the NFL. The Chiefs' offensive line, especially the interior guys, left guard, center, right guard, Trey Smith, right guard, center, Humphrey, and then the left guard, Tooney. And then the Philadelphia Eagles, their whole offensive line is good from the left tackle all the way over to the right tackle. So going to defense, you got Chris Jones, you got Jalen Carter, you got George Kalafis, you got Sweat that you guys got. So you got the other guy from Georgia, Nolan Smith. So this game is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Again, the Chiefs are favored by 1.5. Most people are taking the Philadelphia Eagles, and I definitely understand why. And selfishly, I've been on this. I think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever. So selfishly, it would behoove me to take the Philadelphia Eagles to win the game. I'm taking the Chiefs. I've been betting against them the whole year. Didn't think they'd get to the conference championship. Didn't think they'd get to the Super Bowl. And here they are. As painful as this for me to say it, they are the modern day Patriots. So what they don't have weaponry-wise, they excel in with good coaching, good offensive coaching, good defensive coaching, and the best quarterback in the league. So with that, in a big game, for me, you always take the better coach and you always take the better quarterback. Does that necessarily mean that they're going to win? No. But for me to pick the game, I'm always going to take the better coach and the better quarterback. And I don't think even you, being a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, I think you would say Andy Reid's a better coach than Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, at this point.
At this point. And I think you would say that Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. At this point.
Slightly.
Mere bag of shells. But you agreeing that you think they're the they're the best coach and best quarterback in this game. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to win Super Bowl 59 and be the first team to win 3 in a row. And you want to add anything to it, or you?
Oh no, hey, be let the best team win. I get it, but you know what I'm saying. It's hard to beat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying. That's why I said we're gonna win by double digits because we can't put it in nobody else's hands but us.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, let me tell you something. If the game, I feel real good about my pick because I know them guys in them zebra stripes. They're gonna do what they need to do. They're gonna do what they need to do.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. You got to determine that from the gate. But I think they get out to a fast start and they put the pressure on Kansas City early to respond, and then it's about how Kansas City respond because lately the Eagles' offense has been scoring on their first drive. So I don't really see no difference. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see much of a difference. So yeah, I'm excited for the game. Like I ain't mad if you're taking the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? I think most people are taking the Chiefs, honestly.
No, I think most people are actually taking the Eagles. I mean,
I think the people like other than Eagles fans, the people that are taking the Eagles, they just want the Chiefs to lose. Like they don't really. Yeah, it ain't really like I really think they're gonna win. They hope Mahomes and them lose. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really take their opinions as much as somebody that really, you know what I'm saying, really want to break down the game. Like, okay, that's like I don't like the Ravens so called, so I might take them to lose every game. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really I really can't weigh that with like, you know what I'm saying, people that are actually gonna break it down. So yeah, like I think the Eagles get it done, man. I think sometimes it's just your time. And I think like right now is the iron hot. They got to strike right now.
Yeah, no, you're right for sure. They definitely got to strike right now. The fact is that the iron is hot. And at the end of the day, like this is the Eagles' best team to get to the Super Bowl. They should get to they got to the Super Bowl. Now they should win it with this team. Great offense, great defense, especially again at the line of scrimmage. But it's for me, it's hard to bet against Mahomes and Andy Reid in the big game. These guys have proved me wrong all year. So for the first time, I think all year in a big game, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. And it's not like I'm going on a limb. I mean, they are back-to-back champions. I think hopefully it should be a good game. We should see good commercials. We should see a good game. We should see a good halftime performance. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, your halftime performer in Super Bowl 59 is the Mr. 5 for 5 man at Grammy night, the great Kendrick Lamar. So I'm sure people will be in sync and in tune to watch that and see what songs he perform and what songs he does not perform at the Super Bowl. So should be a great game. Tim, for selfish reasons, I hope you're right, but I'm going to ride with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Kansas City Chiefs find a way to get it done. Super Bowl 59, again, ladies and gentlemen, will be on Fox. The game starts Sunday at 6:30. Fox's pregame coverage starts 1 p.m. on Fox. NFL Network's coverage for Super Bowl 59 begins at 9 o'clock on NFL Network. They have an 8.5-hour pregame show, Tim. 8.5 hours. That's a long time to preview a game.
Yeah, no, it is.
We think doing an hour show or a weekly show is hard. 8.5 hours. Woo. Need a lot of breaks. A lot of breaks.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Best segment in sports. As you guys can see, let's talk about it. Live on your screen in living color. This week's topic on Let's Talk About It. This past weekend, there was no real football, so they had the 2025 Pro Bowl games. They had different variety of games from dodgeball to passing with the different quarterbacks to a relay race with linemen. What else they had? They had, I'm actually pulling it up now. They had, again, the relay race. They had the great football race. They had tug of war. They had flag football. They had different activities for the guys to participate in. Tim and I obviously are not fans of what they've done to the Pro Bowl, from making it to a game into these small activities. Now, we understand why they did it. Player safety. Football is the most physical sport out. We get that. But Tim, what changes would you like to see them make to the Pro Bowl to make it better?
Hey man, so we in this new generation, right? So like it's all about player safety and things of that nature. But man, first one, man, let's do good on good, man. Let's scrap this flag football game. Let's do one-on-ones. Wide receivers versus DBs, one-on-ones, 50,000. You get 10 routes. DB, whoever get the most stops, DB versus wide receivers. You get a line. I don't know how many DBs. Say it's 4 DBs and you got 4 receivers. Because what is 2? How many receivers from each conference?
It should be 4 receivers each conference.
4 even, so 8. So you know what I'm saying? Let's do one-on-ones. 50,000. Let's do 50,000 one-on-ones. $50,000. You win your one-on-one, and then whoever the best corner, it's gonna be like a tournament style. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the best corner end up going versus the best wide receiver, one-on-one style. We're gonna do the same thing for the lineman. O lineman versus D lineman. One-on-ones. 50,000. Winner. You know what I'm saying? Winner, you just keep advance. Y'all don't want to play football, so let's play it. We don't want to see the flag stuff. We don't want to see flag. I can go up the street and watch flag football. I can watch them 37, what they call it, 37U. I can go watch them play flag football. I don't want to watch flag football. So let's make it interesting. I do want to see good on good one-on-one though for 50,000. I think you'll come out. You'll see some people see who really can cover one-on-one. Who you think was a dog at corner. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to see some good football, technically. Better than the flag.
Gotcha. Any other ideas you have to improve?
Yeah. Also, like doing like for the, I think that'll improve the ratings. I think if you do that, the ratings will go through the roof for the Pro Bowl. Like we don't even want to see no game. Just do the ones-on-ones. Like I think they should add 2 more challenges. So like I like the back in the day they used to have who could throw the ball the farthest. Bring that challenge back. We got guys with rifle arms that, you know what I'm saying? I want to see how far they could throw it. Let's bring that challenge back. The other challenge, I like the quarterback gauntlet, where you throw it at the targets. The targets was on golf carts and the targets was moving. You throw that and then you ran through like a hurdle type of thing. Then you throw another pass at the end. Like, let's bring back some competitive stuff. Let's put some money on the line for that. Whatever number y'all think feasible, probably for that, like 100,000 or something. Let's bring back some competitive nature to all this stuff. Like, it's real watered down. It ain't too much competitive. Y'all can still do your little tug of war, your little dodgeball, all the cute, friendly stuff too. But like, at the end of the day, I want to compete. Like, if I make the Pro Bowl, I want to compete versus the best. Like, Flag ain't gonna get the best out of him. But I know if I line up him man to man, and I know somebody gonna be talking about this, like, oh dang, Jamal Chase, he tore up Sauce Gardner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna make you want to play, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. And another challenge I would like to see, like a running back skills type of challenge. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ball, sort of like the basketball point guard skills challenge. Like let him get the ball, run through some, you know what I'm saying? Run through some cones, do a jump cut somewhere, finish through the end zone, something. Give me some competitive spirit. That's all this game is missing. We just missing the competitiveness of it.
Yeah, nah, I definitely agree with that. Competitive spirit is definitely missing. Go ahead, bro.
We gotta go back to Hawaii, man. Go back to Hawaii, man. Okay. Hey, change that location, man. Florida too friendly. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem is. We went to friendly Florida, Disneyland, and all that cute stuff. Go back to Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Make it worth my while. I could take a vacation and, you know what I'm saying, dominate somebody else. Bring it back to Hawaii.
Well, that was gonna be my first point. I was gonna say, no, you good, bro. You want it. I was gonna say that for me, the Pro Bowl, what made it so good was that it was in Hawaii. You had a trip, you could take your family out, you could do this. You're actually going out, not necessarily, you're actually going out of the 50 states in the United States. You're not in the 50 states, you're somewhere else. You can take your family out. That's a perfect destination for a vacation. And obviously there are sites and things for you to do while you're in Hawaii. It's beautiful weather all year round. So I agree with you on that. For me, the problem with the Pro Bowl is that, again, the players have so much power, they make so much money that they're never really going to play their hardest to get, to maximize the Pro Bowl like they did back in the day. So for me, I like the incentive of trying to get guys to play hard and play for money. One-on-ones, offensive line, defensive line, tight ends and safeties, or tight ends and linebackers, or something like that. But for me, it's no way that they can make the Pro Bowl better just because of, again, they basically want the guys to come glorify the game but not play the game. Football is the one sport you can't glorify the game and not play the game. You can glorify basketball and really not play it. You can shoot threes all day. You can glorify baseball and not play baseball. You just hit home runs all day, home run derby. That's not baseball. That's a glorified way of watching baseball. The NBA All-Star game is not basketball. It's a glorified way of watching basketball. Because in the playoffs, you're not always shooting threes. You get into the basket, you try and get contact, you're shooting the best shot and not just the analytical shot, which is threes. So for me, I love the ideas that you had, but until they actually play the game, you can't half-ass playing football. You just can't do it. So for me, if you're not going to play the game, just get rid of the activities. Just announce the Pro Bowlers. Okay, these are the Pro Bowlers. Those are the Pro Bowlers for the 2025 season. They can get incentives for making a Pro Bowl. Maybe that's a $100K, $150K, or $250, whatever that is. And if you're not going to play the game, the actual game, don't play it at all.
So say they did try one-on-ones, you wouldn't watch it?
I would. I would watch it. No, I like your ideas.
No, I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying because instead of the flag game, like I feel like I don't know what the numbers are, but I don't feel like a lot of us watch the flag game. But I feel like if you do one-on-ones and it's an incentive, like of course some of them might duck. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know what I'm saying? Some people scared of competition. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody will want to duck that action, but like at least some of them gonna be like, they say he the best. Say Jalen Ramsey. They say he the best corner. And Jamal Chase the best receiver, 50,000 on the line. Can you stop him? How many routes? I said 10, but 10 might be too many just because it's eight people. So it might be 5. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that number is, I think you'll get a lot of viewership, and most likely you're not gonna get injured. You know what I'm saying? Like it's low chance of injury.
Yeah, low chance, and because that's my point. Like other people thought about having them play basketball and stuff like that. They'll never do that because you could tear your ACL playing basketball.
Yeah.
You could hurt yourself playing another sport. So they're not going to ever do that with the Pro Bowl. For me, like I said, I love your ideas, but the problem is the players when they get to that end, and they also think about it, they want to add another game. We saw Commissioner Goodell with the Super Bowl. He talked about this week that they're talking about adding another game. So now that's more wear and tear on your body. You want me to do that and play a Pro Bowl? That's 19 games. Just if you don't even make the Super Bowl.
So that's the crazy thing. So could we stop saying player safety? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really care about the. We don't really care about the safety. Y'all had teams playing. The Ravens played like what 3 games?
3 games in 10 days. 11 days.
I don't look like stop saying
the Chiefs and the Ravens. I think all 4 of those teams.
Yeah, all 4 of them teams played 10.
Yeah, they played 3 games. That's insanely crazy.
You can't fool me, bro. Like y'all, like let's stop. That's just an excuse so they don't have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, player safety. That's just you know what I'm saying. That's just they crutch. But yeah, line them up 1-on-1. I'm sure you'll get some feedback. Because a lot of them be talking trash to each other on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we can line up. You make the Pro Bowl, I make the Pro Bowl. We can line up.
I'll take it a step further. Line them up and have them mic'd up.
Yeah,
have them mic'd up. Have them mic'd up. We get that unlimited access.
We might have to censor it a little bit.
We gotta do that. Of course, we gotta do that. We know how that works. But if you can censor it and you mic them up, like let's say they like imagine the show. Imagine if you and I was mic'd up from when we got to where we at, to where we are, to where we at now, to the end of the show. They'd be like, damn, okay, Josh think this way, Tim think this way. That'd be how it is in the NFL. You'd be like, oh, okay, Sauce Gardner might struggle with Jamar Chase, but he might not struggle with Justin Jefferson. So it all, it all depends on matchups and how it goes. So no, I definitely agree with you. I like the idea, but again, for me, you can't half-ass football. Either play the game or just get rid of the game. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new segment. We have a new member of the show to the Highly Opinionated family. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome our fighting expert, MMA expert, boxing expert. Ladies and gentlemen, you have any questions about MMA or boxing? Dylan will be the guy that asks. Dylan will be the guy that will answer all the questions. The floor is yours, Dylan. Take it away, my brother.
Josh, Tim, Adam, thank you for having me on. I'm super excited. As much as you guys bring me football every week, Adam talking to me all the time, I'm so happy to bring you guys some MMA breakdowns. First, I definitely want to start off with this last week's Saudi card. Crazy card. We had MVP, we had Izzy, just a crazy breakdown of fights. We'll go over actually Sergey first, Pavlovich. You got the heavyweights with Rosenstruck. 2 big boys. Definitely thought it was going to be a throwdown. Sergey came out way hotter than Rosenstruck. He looked like he was almost tired the whole entire fight. So I'm glad Sergey got that one. Who knows what's going to happen with him, though, in the heavyweights. When you got John Jones, Aspinall, there's a lot going on in that heavyweight division. So, tough one. Don't even know where he's going to go next. He's on the rankings up there, but who's going to fight John Jones? We'll go to the next one. You had, Magomedov of MVP. MVP. Wow, was undefeated 2 months ago. Ian Gary beat him for the first time in MMA history. So MVP just took this back against a very good Sahar Magomedov. Those Russian guys are all about wrestling, but MVP didn't even give him a chance to wrestle this week. There was just nonstop weaving, bobbing. So happy to MVP on that one. The rankings for him, he's ranked top 15, so I hope he's going to get up there. I don't know if he's going to have a title fight, but Leon Edwards and him would be a good fight back and forth, karate styles. So we'll see where he goes in the ranking. He's top 15 still. Main event from that night. Izzy. Israel Adesanya. Don't know what he is going to do next. He is on an 0-3 run. 35 years old. He just fought Imavov. Imavov is 28, coming up hot in the rankings, strong, hungry. Only a few people in front of him. Definitely after this next week's 312 card, Sean Strickland and Duplessis, I would definitely put Imavov in there for a title shot, as hard as he works and as good as he looks. Yeah. So I'm real sad about Izzy, but I'm not sure what's going to happen next for him. I would hang it up if I were him, honestly. Go out still strong. Don't lose another one. So congrats to him. We're going to move on, I guess, to UFC 312. Let's go. Main card breakdown for UFC 312. It's a good one. All night. 2 title fights. Same night. Love that. Card from top to bottom. We're only going to do the main event, or main card, though. We'll start with Justin Tafa, Australian. I think he's lost his last one, honestly, but he is always hungry, working hard. He is fighting Teixeira. He is a boxer. No wrestling from that guy. Tafa, big wrestler. I'm going to take Tafa in the win on that one, absolutely. Go on to the co-main event. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Zhang Weili, the first Chinese women's champion ever in the UFC. I think she's on like a 4-0 run on holding the belt. She is unstoppable, but Tatiana Suarez is undefeated coming for that belt. She is a strong grappler, United States, American top team, can't stop her. I'm going to take her on the win on the submission on Saturday night from her. Main event, Duplessis, Sean Strickland, back in Australia. Last time they were in Australia, Strickland beat Strickland beat Adesanya for the belt. So we're back in Australia again. Duplessis has the belt. So hopefully Strickland can take this belt back from Duplessis in Australia and bring the belt back to the States. So I think I'm going to take Strickland on that main event. Top 3 right there, Justin Tafa, Tatiana Suarez, Sean Strickland. That is going to be my fight breakdown for UFC 312. Guys, thank you. That's my breakdown for UFC 312. I hope to talk to you next week so we can recap this awesome card. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Again, Dylan, welcome to the family, my brother. Glad to have you aboard. Can't wait to hear from you in the future with your MMA and boxing takes for the show. Tim, it's basketball time, my brother. Let's get straight to it. Let's start off with college basketball, as we always do before we get to this hectic week in the NBA. As you guys can see, the games are on the screen. Just give you a few marquee games for the week. Number 11, Marquette at number 12, St. John's that's Tuesday night at 6:30. Thursday night, you have number 18, Maryland at Ohio State. Friday night, you have USC at number 7, Purdue. Number 12, St. John's at number 19, UConn. Just to name a few games on the screen this week, Tim. What games catch your eye this week in college basketball?
I'm definitely excited to see that St. John's versus Marquette game. Both teams got coached really well. And I love Patino over at St. John's. He's doing his thing. Got a good team. Also, Marquette, man, they a tough, scrappy game. That should be a good, scrappy game, man. I'm definitely looking forward to see that. Also, I want to see the USC Purdue game. USC just got a big win over, Michigan State. They just beat Michigan State at home. So I want to see if that win can propel them to keep playing good basketball to finish out the season versus a good Purdue team. We know how their style of play is. So those are 2 games I'm looking forward to watch this week.
Biggest win right now in USC, Eric Musselman, former coach at Arkansas. He's the coach now at USC. Biggest win that he's had since moving from Arkansas to USC. That's good for him. We actually agree on the team that I'm looking for this week. The team I'm looking for this week is St. John's. St. John's plays Tuesday. They play number 11. And then they play Friday. They play at number 19, UConn. St. John's, like you said, is led by Rick Pitino, Hall of Fame coach. We know what he represents. If you've been watching college basketball for years, you know who Rick Pitino is. And again, what he represents and what he will bring. Stifling defense, smart offense, team play a certain type of way. They won't beat themselves. You'll have to beat them. St. John is led by R.J. Lewis Jr., number 12. He averages 17.5 points a game. He's a guard. A lot of these teams are mainly led by guards. The best teams in college basketball are led by veteran guard leadership. St. John's is one of those. Another team I'm looking at this week is actually Arizona. Arizona plays on Tuesday. They play at BYU. That's a tough game. And then they have another tough game later on this week. As soon as I find out, yeah, I had who they played again, but I must have lost who that second opponent was this week. But Arizona has a tough schedule this week. They're led by 3 guards as well: Caleb Love, Jaden Bradley, KJ Leans. 3 guards that Arizona started off the season struggling, but once their guards started understanding what they could do and what they can't do on the court, Arizona has taken the leaps and bounds to be better and improve their record. They're obviously now may move from the Pac-12 to the Big 12. So I'm looking at Arizona. I'm looking at St. John's this week. 2 teams I think got tough games this week throughout the week, and let's see where they stand up. March is literally a month away, so it's about time now these teams start ran in the form, man, because the conference tournament and NCAA tournament is fastly approaching.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA lost its mind over this past weekend. You had Luka Doncic, the superstar in Dallas. He was traded for Anthony Davis. You guys see on the screen the trade details. As you guys, like I said, on the screen as you see it. Tim, what was your thought process on this trade? Before I give you your thought, before I ask you your thought process, let me tell you what the actual trade was. The Lakers received Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. The Dallas Mavericks received Anthony Davis, Max Christie. The Lakers' 2029 unprotected first-round pick. The Jazz received Jalen Hood, Shafino. The Clippers' second-round pick in 2025. And the Dallas 2025 second-round pick. So after digesting that and seeing it on the screen, what are your thoughts on this trade?
So I was up late that night. So when I first seen it, I thought it was fake. Somebody put it in, in one of my group chats. I thought it was fake. And then when I started to analyze the trade, I actually like it for both teams, right? Because to me it makes sense. Like for me, I feel like Kyrie and Luka, they reached what they was going to do with the team. They reached the finals. I don't think they would have reached the finals again this year. So I think they peaked last year, right? So normally when you situation like that, you try to add a piece. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to add addition by subtraction sometimes, right? So I feel like they added Anthony Davis. They give him another post presence, and they also got Klay Thompson this year. So now you got a shooter. Kyrie can dominate the ball because he more of an on the ball guard anyway. He really not, you know what I'm saying, no slasher, no cutter. He do his best work handling the rock. So I was like him and Anthony Davis with Klay. And then I like a couple of their role players. I'm like, that's a solid, you know what I'm saying? That's a solid trade. And I think with Luka's biggest problem over there is I think one, they realize like I ain't gonna say he overweight, but he do look a little, you know what I'm saying, out of shape to me. And then especially on the defensive end, he don't play a lot of defense. So I think they was trying to switch up the culture in Dallas to play a little bit more defense when the times it come to stress. Like Luka, he'd be crying for a foul call and the ball already on the other side of the hoop, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think they wanted to play him a supermax. Like I don't really think he got along with Jason Kidd. To me, like I don't know him personally, but like remember they wanted to re-sign Carlisle, and Carlisle said no. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them things like he must ain't. You know what I'm saying? It seems Luka might be a little harder to deal with behind the scenes than what we think. That's what I'm thinking because normally coaches don't turn down extensions. I never heard of it. And secondly, for the Lakers, I understand it because I understand it why they got Luka. I want to see how it fits. Like Luka, once LeBron goes, is going to be Luka's team. Like so, they have another star in succession till when LeBron leaves. That's how I took that, and I feel like I want to see how they work off each other. I'm interested to see how they play with each other. It's an interesting dynamic because both of them ball dominant. Both of them, Luka likes slow. I don't see Luka coming down off no pin downs and no screens and cutting. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how it works. I think they can figure it out, but I just would like to see how it would work.
Yeah. I'll start with the Lakers part of it first. I think the Lakers got better in the future. I don't think Luka and LeBron can play together. They play the same way. They both dominate the ball. They both are not slashers. They both are not defenders, especially at this age and stage in LeBron's career. And with this team, they're small. So they couldn't beat Jokic. They couldn't beat Nikola Jokic with Anthony Davis. How the hell are they going to beat him without him?
I mean, you did average another 30-point score. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
they're not going to outscore the Nuggets. They just not, because Jokic can literally, like, the thing that, to me, the reason why I think the Lakers won down the line, they got the person that they're going to pass the franchise to. That's great. The reason why I think now they're going to struggle, they have no defense. They're starting
Vanderbilt, like the rest of the guys play defense. So like
Austin Reeves play defense.
I mean, he's not a bad defender. Like I don't like who really plays defense to that effect in the NBA anymore.
Yeah,
anyway?
but I'm
who
saying
really locking up.
Yeah, I'm not looking for lockup. I'm saying, bro, they're turnstiles. LeBron, bro, I watched the game with the Clippers. They played the Clippers. Amir Coffey gave him 15. Amir Coffey is the Clippers like 8th or 9th man. So I'm not saying you don't need to be Gary Payton, but Amir Coffey should be giving you 15. That's just my thing. So with that being said, they don't have the defensive parts to compete right now. And
so
unless they make a trip,
who plays defense in the West other than Minnesota?
OKC, the best team in the West. They play defense. The Rockets, Ime Udoka, they play defense. They're heart.
They better. They gonna beat the Rockets though. Like they not.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm just saying like so. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not saying that they wouldn't beat these teams. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying for them to get to that destination, they're not going to beat the Rock. The Rockets are not going to be the only team in their way. I'm saying that the teams that are in the West, we about to get to another trade. San Antonio just got better. I think if San Antonio played the Lakers right now, I think I would favor San Antonio. Now, that doesn't mean that they'll win, but I think that they could beat the Lakers because they have no size, they have no ability to stop people. Yeah, they can score, but you have in the playoffs, you know this, you're gonna have to play some type of defense. And that's what did Dallas in last year. They couldn't get stops.
Well, now, I mean, Kyrie ain't show up every night either, so it wasn't, you know. But Boston is a different animal than anybody in the league, to me, anyway.
They're the best team. They're the best team. And yes, Kyrie didn't always play great. I'll gladly take that. But I'm saying the best player can't be moping, bitching, and complaining, not running back down the court when things don't go his way. And that's your point about what Dallas did. They didn't want to give him $350 million because you whine, you complaining, you bitching, you moping. You can't be the best player with that.
See, I think this will change. My fault, not to cut you off, but I think this will change that because it's so now to me Jokic. I mean, my fault, not Jokic. Doncic should be pissed off, right? Because they essentially traded him and he lost $116 million with this trade, right? So now something in you got to click and something's going. I think this will motivate him to play. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be locked down, but I think you'll get the best versions of him defensively wise with the Lakers. Whatever that is. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I just think certain things just motivate you. Like, dang, y'all ain't think I was a franchise. I think they said he was a 5-time first-team NBA player.
All NBA, 5-team All NBA, first-team All NBA player.
I forgot who on that list, but it's a short list. And y'all
LeBron, Kevin Durant, James Harden. Go ahead, I got you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes you just need another motivate, and I think for him that's going to motivate. You know what I'm saying? And then he I mean, say what you want about LeBron. You talking about one of the hardest working players, so you get to see. You know what I'm saying? You get to see what makes him great, and you could steal some of what he does and put it. You know what I'm saying? Put it in your repertoire, even from the eating standpoint, stuff like that people don't really think matters, like eating, train, how you train, how you recover, certain things. But like I said, I think I'm with you though. I don't know how it's going to fit. That you know what I'm saying, but I want to see how they make it work. Because there's a way it can work.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not putting you in this category. I know you like LeBron, but optimistic LeBron fans, yeah, it can work. They're optimistic of it. For me, I just don't see it working. And to me, what this sign is that it's Luka's team. He's the best player on the team. He's the best player. Y'all tell me he's a top 5 player. So if he's a top 5 player, then he has to be. It's his team. And what the Lakers did, in my opinion, was take back their organization from LeBron, which they essentially said, okay, bro, we're going to make this move and not let you know. Because if we let you know, you probably, not saying you wouldn't want it, but we're going to take back our franchise. Because think about it like this. LeBron went to LA to play with Anthony Davis. So he should have been known, like, okay, we about to trade this guy. He didn't know until after the trade that broke to Saturday night, early Sunday morning when the trade happened. So to me, it seemed like the Lakers trying in a way, like, all right, look, you're gonna finish out your time, that's fine, bro. But we need to set ourselves up for the future. And they feel like they set themselves up for the future. Now with Dallas, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think Dallas is definitely a contender this year. Dallas, with this trade, they got to win the championship either this year, next year. They have a 3-year window, in my opinion. This year, next year, the year after. Because the team that they have, they didn't have to really give up anything. Obviously, they gave up Luka. They traded Luka for AD. But their pieces, Lively, PJ Washington, Gafford, Klay Thompson, Quentin Grimes, I'm sure I'm missing somebody else, Dinwiddie. They still got all those pieces. So they could go out here and make another move. And I think the move that they should go out and make is see if they can get another score. It's a few people, and I'll obviously give, I don't want to say give a list, but I'll have a few guys who I think between now and Thursday, when the trade deadline comes, they should be definitely looking to be on the move. Dallas should be looking to add offense because they got all the defense they need. AD gonna love playing in Dallas. He gets to play the 4. He got Daniel Gafford behind him and Lively behind him. And Lively is more similar to AD. What I mean by that is this. He's not as good as Anthony Davis offensively, but defensively, yeah, he's a problem. And that defense is going to be good. And the thing about it is now the worst defender on the court is Kyrie. That's a lot easier than it being Kyrie and Luka. You get what I'm saying? Now Dallas just got one bad defender, and they can roll the ball out and play. So, any more thoughts on this trade, or you?
No. I mean, I think we both made solid points. Like, yeah, I think, like you said, Dallas window is more like now than the late. I feel the same way. Unless they could make this thing work quicker than I think, because normally it take time for something like this. But it might, you know what I'm saying? It might just be a match made. I don't know yet. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe Reddick got some stuff in his head. You know what I'm saying? Some ideas and thoughts, and they can make it work quicker than that. But I definitely do think Dallas window is like right now.
Yeah, I love Dallas getting Max Christie. I thought that was a steal from the Lakers because he was starting for them. So yeah. I like Max Christie. I think giving more opportunity to play, he can show you what he got. The next trade that happened over the weekend, it was a 3-team trade: the San Antonio Spurs, the Sacramento Kings, and the Chicago Bulls. Let's start with the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls received Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick, which they traded with the Spurs back in the day when they traded for DeMar DeRozan, a sign and trade with DeMar DeRozan. So the Bulls got their 2025 first-round pick back. The Sacramento Kings received Zach LaVine, Sidi Casayoko. He's from France. If I'm butchering his name, I apologize. They received 3 first-round picks. The 2025 Charlotte first-round pick, the Spurs 2027 unprotected first-round pick, and Minnesota's 2031 unprotected pick. And they received 3 second-round picks, including 1 in the 2025 draft and 2 in the 2028 draft. The San Antonio Spurs received De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Before I give you my thoughts on the trade, let's go back to the Sacramento's haul of the picks. You guys heard me read, and you heard me read, and it said 3 first-round picks. That's not true. The Spurs actually are only sending 2 first-round picks. The 2025 Charlotte pick is a top 14 protected pick. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte has the 2nd or 3rd worst record in the NBA. The Spurs were never going to get that pick. So that's going to convey into a 2nd-round pick. The 2 picks that the Spurs traded was a 2027 pick and a unprotected of their own pick, and a 2031 unprotected pick from Minnesota. The Spurs should be good in 2027. So literally the only real value pick they gave up was a 2031 unprotected pick to get De'Aaron Fox. I love this move for the Spurs. They didn't get fleeced. They didn't get hoodwinked. They didn't get ran amok. They didn't get played with. They came in. They had a plan. They wanted De'Aaron Fox, and they didn't give up their valuable assets. They didn't give up the 2 Hawks picks that they have from the DeJounte Murray trade. They have a trade swap with Dallas in 2030. They didn't give that up. They have a trade swap with Boston in 2028, 29, I think. They didn't give that up. I love this move for the Spurs. Next year, the Spurs will make. They can make the playoffs this year. That's fine. But the season is kind of damn near halfway over. So them winning now with De'Aaron Fox, they're 21-25, so they starting off at a little, at a deficit. Next year, I expect the Spurs to contend in the playoffs, to make the playoffs next year, and let's see what other additions they do to improve this team.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Spurs clearly won the trade. I don't know what the Kings are doing. Like, I don't know why you get Zach LaVine with DeRozan again. We just saw that with Chicago.
With Chicago, yeah.
Like, that don't put you over no, you know what I'm saying? That don't put you over no taking a step nowhere, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Who was the last team in the trade? My fault.
Chicago.
And what they get again?
Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick from the Spurs.
Yeah, we all know Chicago rebuilding. They ain't never
rebuilding. They rebuilding. They just haven't told anybody yet.
Yeah, they ain't been the same since Rose told them ACLs.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Spurs won the trade. I used to be. I'm not gonna lie. I was a Spurs fan back in the day, deep Spurs fan. So, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say I'm jumping back on the bandwagon or nothing, but they should be. Like you said, they should be able to play some good ball coming up. I mean, I know Chris Paul toward the end, so they're gonna have to replace him soon. But the Spurs, I mean, hopefully they back in the mix. Hope Pop healthy and all that. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, prayers for Pop.
Yeah, prayers for Pop. So.
He hasn't coached on the sideline since I think November.
Yeah.
So.
Well, honestly, if I'm him, I'm retiring. It ain't really nothing else to prove.
Yeah. He probably won't win one with Victor and then going out to set the organization up for success and then go on about his way. So look, he's earned the right to do whatever he wants. He's got 5 championships there, so he'll do whatever he wants. But the Spurs, to me, after this De'Aaron Fox move, they are one move away. Now, the reason why I'm talking about the Hawks pick so much on here, ladies and gentlemen, the best player in college basketball is one Cooper Flagg. He goes to the best college in the world, ladies and gentlemen, Duke University. I know you guys hate that, but Duke, best college basketball university out there, in my opinion. So, but the Spurs can improve 2 ways. They can go out and sign a wing, or they have the Hawks pick. The Hawks keep losing. The Hawks are on like a 9 or 10 game losing streak. So that ping pong balls start getting more and more in that draft lottery. Can you imagine De'Aaron Fox, Cooper Flagg, and Victor Wembanyama on the same team? Now that's a problem.
That'd be interesting.
That would be very interesting. Organic big 3. You traded for 1. You drafted 2. That's a hell of a start. So, like you said, bro, I love this move for the Spurs. And the Spurs are 1 wing away. I know you said something about Chris Paul, but you can find a backup point guard. That's fine. Their starting 3 is Harrison Barnes. I think they need to upgrade from that. They're not going to trade for Jimmy Butler or Brandon Ingram, but somebody like that that can take them to the next level, that would definitely be good for the Spurs.
Brandon Ingram.
I like B.I. with the Spurs. So
yeah, that's what they need.
That's what they need to go get, Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
Okay. Because you think about it, you got the point guard that can set him up, and you got the defender behind him that's going to block the sun out. So now he's not the best defender, but it doesn't matter because now he has defense behind.
Yeah, that's what they should get. Yep, Brandon Ingram.
Yep. Before we get out of here, Tim, I'm going to give you a quick couple guys who I'm looking forward to see what happens with the trade deadline. Obviously, Jimmy Butler. Want to see what happens with him. Bradley Beal in Phoenix. Want to see what happens with him. Kyle Kuzma in Washington. I want to see what happens with him. I think he can help a team, a middle of the road team can be like what PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford was last year for Dallas. Feel like if he get with the right situation, he can help a team. Kyle Kuzma, Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal, Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls. I want to see what he does, what happens with him. And the last one is, I know I said 5, but I'm going to give you 6. I want to see what happens with Lonzo Ball and Ben Simmons. Now, I know everybody think Ben Simmons stole money. That's fine. You got that. But I think him being bought out, he can help a team because you don't have to pay him nothing. So he can come give you a few rebounds, play some defense, get you a few assists, and then Lonzo Ball. He's a perfect floor general. He's starting to come back and get his feet right from the tragic ankle injuries that he had. So those 6 guys, man, I'm real interested to see on Thursday at 3:00 Eastern time where these guys are, what team they on, are they on their same team, and what happens from there.
If I'm the Lakers, get Bradley Beal.
How would you get him? Will you trade?
It depends. Like it depends what the offer. Like I don't know if he got a high trade value for the
He
Suns.
don't,
Like
because he got a bad contract and he got a no trade clause.
yeah, like I mean they'll figure it out. I like personally anybody, but I don't know. I would have to look at that roster and see what they could pack.
Look at it, sir.
Yeah, I would have to look at it. Yeah, I couldn't even give it to you out the top. Yeah, well, because they could, but they said LeBron want to stay. I don't know.
I would have had LeBron on there because I think he should ask to be traded too, but they already said he wants to stay. From reports
Yeah,
out LA.
I would have to talk to my numbers guy and figure out how they could make that trade work.
I mean, it's a very easy trade. You trade him to the Warriors. That's the trade.
Oh no, not LeBron. No, LeBron. Yeah, I know what the LeBron trade. I'm saying if they tried to get Bradley Beal without trading LeBron, who
Or
would?
Luka. I mean, yeah, they would have to basically trade that whole roster. Roy Hachimura, Austin Reeves, those guys, they would have to be out. And Phoenix don't want them. I'm just letting you know now. They don't want them. Phoenix,
they don't really need like another.
I do think they need Jimmy Butler though. They do need some physical toughness. They soft, bro. Watching them, they're soft.
Yeah, for sure.
And then let me give you one more name. Yusuf Nurkic, the center for the Suns.
Yeah, I
forgot about him. I want to see because I think Phoenix is trying to trade him. If you remember a couple weeks ago, this is a sneaky trade. Phoenix traded for Nick Richards from the
Kentucky.
The Hornets.
He's playing Kentucky. I'm thinking about Kentucky. I got you though.
Yeah, from Kentucky. Yeah, but he back up in Charlotte.
I got you.
His first couple games, he's been playing well for Phoenix, and they've really been basically taking Nurkic out of the rotation. So I'm real interested to see what happened with a couple of these like 6 or 7 guys in the NBA and see how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Should be a very interesting trade deadline week in the NBA. Has already started. Again, break down the big story of the week. Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis traded for each other. De'Aaron Fox traded to San Antonio. Zach LaVine has been traded to Sacramento. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching episode 24 of the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. For the best producer in the game, Ross. For the best co-host in the game, Tim. I'm merely Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Super Bowl 59. Whether you go Chiefs go, fly Eagles fly, no matter what. Catch us here next week. We'll be here next week. We out.
Appreciate y'all.
Watch the game, baby.